What's up, guys? We are the Nolan twins. If you're new here, I'm Julia.
And I'm Liz.
Welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to be spilling some major lava on the Challenge 33. As promised, we're going to be talking about our first impressions, what we thought of the prospects, and then we're going to go into our experiences, Liz getting eliminated, and the process of us traveling 25 hours from LA to Namibia. It was quite the journey.
Yeah, we're gonna get way more into depth about the first competition, the first night, how we had to sleep outdoors in a tent, and definitely what we thought about people at first, because we have a lot of things to say.
Let's just dive in. And just so you guys know, the challenge lingo, you don't say tea, you say lava. So from now on, we are not spilling the tea, even though I like spilling the tea better. We're gonna say lava.
Well, who started lava? Wes.
It was Wes. And if we don't say lava, then he gets all nasty on Twitter. So let's just say lava. First and foremost, we didn't even have an ample amount of time to train and prepare for the challenge. We only had 1 week notice.
I had just gone back from Mexico and I was really sunburnt. My face was peeling. We left on a Tuesday to Namibia. And that day, like literally before that, you guys, they told us that they wanted us to look different. We had to change up our look. Our flight was at 4. That morning, we got our hair dyed. And I went darker and she went lighter, all within a day. So we were shook by that.
And mind you, we've never really looked different. Like, this is the first really drastic change that we've ever made. And we're kind of here for it.
Thank you, MTV.
Yeah, thanks, Challenge, because we kind of like the difference.
We were told to meet up at the Tom Bradley International at LAX. When we first get there, who is sitting down?
It was Gus,
and
Maddie. And Morgan. It was Gus, yes, Maddie was there. And we were super excited because, of course, we know Morgan from Big Brother Over the Top. We never really hung out with Morgan, but we're cool. We talk on social media.
Yeah, we comment on each other's pictures.
And then, of course, we knew Queen Maddie Lynn. We actually went on a trip with her to Vegas.
We instantly connected with her. We all were like the crazy ones, and Maddie was
even crazier.
Even crazier. So we knew right when we saw her, we hit it off. We were so excited to have a little bit of a
friendly face. And then we saw Gus, and come on, I used to be obsessed with Flora Bama Shore. I watched the whole first season, so of course I knew who he was, and I was like, oh, good, where's Nilsa?
The first thing I noticed about Gus, though, honestly, was his eyelashes.
He actually was surprising to me. I thought he was going to be this loud, rambunctious thing. He was quiet.
And then a couple minutes later, King Josh shows up, and we were so excited because he's from Miami, so we automatically hit it off with Josh.
Who came in with Josh? Was it Alan? There was a bit of a language barrier because Alan doesn't speak the best English, and we only speak un poquito Spanish. So we got along in the fact that like we're all from Miami, so we had things to talk about, but he was very shy and quiet, too.
Yeah. Then who shows up a little bit after that was Chase, right? Chase was
the last one, and Chase walked in with his manager, being so cool. We're like, who is this guy? Funny story, we actually have met Chase too. Take it away, Liz.
We were so excited to see Chase as well, because a couple months earlier, we had gone to Cabo with our girlfriends. It was a girls' trip. One day, we were partying at this day club, Omnia. One of his friends calls us over to their table, and of course I know who he is because he is so hot. Bachelor. So I fell in love with him. Like, I low-key had a huge crush on him.
I know.
So we're gonna show you guys a picture of us partying with Chase in Mexico. We talked to him so much about like Bachelor and Big Brother, and little did we know we'd be crossing paths with him
on the challenge.
No, Ninja was there. Yeah, Ninja was there.
Ninja wasn't that memorable.
Anyway,
she started getting action when we landed in Africa.
Right from the get-go at the airport, we just like turned on the game. Like, we were so nice to everyone. We were playing that social game. So we get on the plane, we fly from LA to London, and that's when we picked up a whole
the UK crew. Yeah, that's when we were like, holy shit, what did we just get ourselves into?
Then when we meet these UK people, all the wheels start turning in our heads. So she met them first, and it was Georgia, Zahida, Theo, Ashley, and Bear. 5 of them.
I'll never forget when I first saw Ashley, I was like, this guy is an animal. He's a beast.
He's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla. Meeting them all, I was just so enthralled with all their accents. Like, Georgia showed up to the airport in this cute white dress and her cute Fila sneakers. Like, sis, I was wearing leggings and a black shirt.
Bear was really intimidating at first.
Oh my God, people were stopping Bear like right and left, and we're like, okay, who is this guy? Yeah. The minute we met him, that mouth of his did not stop.
And Theo was a huge love bug. I just wanted to
hug him.
Yeah. Ashley was so hard to understand because he talks like really fast.
First we get united with the UK people, and then in there we met Shailene
and Mr. Brazil.
Mr. Brazil. We didn't get a good first vibe from
Mr. Brazil at all. He just thought he was like better than everyone.
Yeah.
And the first second he like mentions his girlfriend, and
we're like, okay, you're canceled. So from London, we flew to Johannesburg, South Africa. And that's when we met D.
Yeah.
So that's when we met D.
And Turbo.
Was Turbo there? Okay. And right off the grip, me and D connected. You just know when you meet certain people, you're just like, okay, we're gonna bond. So,
but her accent was the cutest. I loved her voice.
I know.
The way she spoke was just so eloquent.
And she didn't know.
Yeah. And so then when Turbo joined us, what you see is what you get. He didn't talk too much, kept to himself. You could tell just he was a badass, and he was there not to make friends, but to win.
Yeah.
It was so overwhelming, guys. Like, imagine you're traveling for 20 hours, you smell bad. All of our luggage was pretty much taken away from us, and you're trying to make friends with these people, but you're just low-key tired and hungry, and
we also didn't have our phones the whole trip, so that was another thing. We were forced to interact because we couldn't like hide behind our phones. So then from South Africa, that's when we took a smaller plane to Namibia. And if I remember all the prospects, we were on the same plane.
We were all on the same plane.
Yeah. So we landed in Namibia. What I will never forget is when we were walking from the tarmac to the actual airport,
the gold dust
on there. We were like, where the hell are we? There's gold all over the place. There's huge mountains of sand.
We get off the plane and the nerves are starting to set in for me because we thought that we were gonna jump into a competition that night. So that's when the reality started setting in. Like, we're not on a vacation. We are here to do work.
We're in the airport, and then this is when Ninja.
So we're in this like small little, it's not like an international big airport. It's this tiny little hole in the wall of an airport. And this girl starts climbing the walls of the airport, and all these people are just like staring at her like, what are you doing?
Climbing the wall. Like, I'm not kidding. I don't know how she does it. Ninja was just coming in way too hot.
Yeah, the first thing that I thought, I was like, girl, you're getting your dirty shoes all over their white walls. What are you doing? We got on this bus and we get shuttled to the middle of nowhere pretty much.
You can tell there's a bunch of sand dunes around us. It's pitch black. We can't see anything. There's no lights out there in the middle of nowhere.
And we
see a tent.
A tent.
It wasn't like closed off. Yeah, right. It was exposed to the elements.
It wasn't like a glam Coachella tent. No, it was a tent. We get into that tent and we see all these cots lined up, and we all run to our cots, and we were hitting it off with Morgan at that point. So it was me, Julie, and Morgan. Like, together.
Morgan was like slapped in between us. Yeah. We were definitely roughing it. Like, we had to use porta potties. Welcome to the challenge. Fend for yourself. So then it's the next morning, and we wake up. We had breakfast. We hung out for most of the day.
Where our tent was, we saw them building the first challenge. So we were all like creeping around and seeing them build the C, the H, the A, the LL. So we were just all like, oh my God, this competition is happening right here today. So then we are all just chilling in the tent, and we hear these ATVs circling, and that's when we all shot up with excitement. We're like,
it's starting.
Let's go.
So that's when we saw TJ on his ATV. We all left the tent, and then that's when we saw all the veterans, and we were like, holy crap, shit. This is so badass. They're all entering on ATVs in the middle of nowhere. This is sick.
This is about to be freaking epic. Yeah. One of the first vets that I noticed was, of course, Johnny Bananas, because he was like in the front. Hunter, Wes. I noticed Nani really quickly on, and I was like, dang, this girl's back. Oh.
Natalie, of course. Davon, Big Brother people. Hey, girls, we know you. And that's when we hear it's gonna be the War of the Worlds, right? Is that
Yeah. Basically, they let us know that the competition was going to begin in a little bit, so we got changed into our competition gear.
No shower though. We just had to change out of our dirty, stinky clothes into new challenge gear.
So we don't want to bore you guys with like every single detail, but I want to talk more on my elimination. So the first challenge of the season is a purge. So that's even more of a reason to freak out because the person that finishes last is getting eliminated. It's called impending dune, and these balls are released from the top of the sand dune. These balls roll down the hill and you have to retrieve them and then pick the ball up, get back up the mountain to trade it in for a puzzle piece, and then hustle down the mountain and solve the puzzle. So what happened with everyone else is that they caught the ball.
I was able to catch the ball before it rolled all the way down. But unfortunately,
I just freaked the F out. I'm going for a ball and some other girl beats me to it. I don't even remember who. And so out of the corner of my eye, I see that there's a ball going down that mountain. I'm like, F, there's no more balls for me to catch. I have to get this one. I have to go all the way down that mountain and then all the way back up. And it was so freaking hard because running on sand is hard. Imagine climbing up. Everyone saw I fell because I just did not.
I felt we're such twins, and I literally felt you because I was running down so fast that at that point you should have slid when you're almost down, and we were both like, ah, and just literally face first.
But when I'm sliding down with my bag of puzzle pieces, I break one of my pieces in half. So that put me at a huge disadvantage because one of my puzzle pieces were freaking broken. So I'm trying to figure out this puzzle. After I fell, my hands are bleeding. I have sand in every pore of my body, in my eyes, and I'm trying to figure out this puzzle with all these ailments. I had just fallen and my hands are bleeding. So I'm not obviously making any excuses for my poor behavior, but I could not concentrate on the puzzle. I was concentrating
on everyone around
focusing on everything else and not the dang puzzle. So I look to the left and it's just Shailene and Zahida left. Julia's like, come on, like what the fuck's going on? She was like one of the first people to finish it. And like I'm here like dead last, and my biggest fear came true. I got eliminated on the first night. So disappointed in myself. I could not even cry after because I was just so shocked, and I'm like, this isn't even real. But what I do remember is one of the first vets that came up to hug me was Davon. And so that really struck a chord with me because we all know that we haven't had the best history with her. And we watched your video, Queen, by the way, Davon. And it was just irrelevant, like stupid drama that for these couple years we didn't like each other, but it was just stupid. Like I can't even pinpoint what happened. I mean, obviously with the twin twist, her figuring us out,
right? Like we weren't in the same alliance. So when she got eliminated, I just think conversations happened. I don't know. And
that just like, and it was all in the heat of the moment though. That was no reflection of like how we felt about her like as a person in the real world. So then when we'd see her at reality events, we didn't really have much to say. And it sucks because I really wanted to go into that house to squash all this drama, and I didn't even get that opportunity. So I do hold Davon in a whole other regard because she was able to, right when she saw us, she embraced us. She was like, the twins, and she didn't, throw shade like I thought she was going to. Anyways, hopefully your girl will get another shot because I did not get to like show myself. There were just so many things going on in my head, and for that to have happened, it was like, wow.
And that's why I was just so shocked because once I got my puzzle, I celebrated at first, but I truly could not celebrate until Sis was over there finishing with me, like high-fiving me. Just seeing you not finish, I was just like, oh my God, what the hell? And on Big Brother, you outperformed me in like the competitions. That's why I just knew you were in the right mindset. But no, I mean, honestly, that puzzle was hard as fuck.
I gotta work on my puzzles. But anyways, it happened.
She didn't even get to go to the house, so then they like separate us.
And then right away, they're like, you need to go in for your interview. So I was just in a horrible mood. I had just lost. I'm going home. And I wore this pink hoodie. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I just got the worst anxiety after the plane ride back. I couldn't sleep. It was haunting me. That's definitely one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. And you got to learn from your failures. You're not gonna win everything. Someone had to go home first. The only thing that I can do now is control how I hold myself, and I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, and I'm not gonna let it define me. I have way more to prove, way more to show. I am a strong boss ass bitch. So hopefully I get another shot at redemption because that was not enough. Anyway, so yeah, being separated from you the first day, it was like our worst fears. Honestly, like that's not how we had planned it, and I'm sure that's not how MTV planned it, but we got through it. It's Sis's turn to shine. So when you first got into the house, the first night she got really drunk.
Yeah. That night I got wasted. We all got alcohol and it was this African vodka that it haunts me to this day. I was taking shots. I'm like, yes, let's go. I'm depressed. Fuck me up.
Ugh.
And I literally was throwing up all morning. But yeah, that was the first night and I got really drunk and hungover.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was so much fun to relive this craziness and be able to like explain behind the scenes what really went down, what really happened, how I was really feeling on my elimination. Still so sad about it.
Love you, sis.
But yeah, there's going to be way more challenge recap videos coming your way. So if you did enjoy this one, please give us a big thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos that are coming your way. And if you guys have any more questions about our experience, our first impressions on the Challenge 33, leave us a comment down below and we're going to be answering them right away.
So drop your questions down below and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.